Hi, welcome to English 112. I'm Miss Page, your English instructor for the course. Wanted to give you a brief video welcome to the course. I'll be doing videos throughout the course. I plan to post at least once a week. Sometimes I'll have more than one, so you don't have to sit through an incredibly long, boring video. I wanted to give you a little introduction to the course. This semester we're going to be discussing how to write for the sciences, social sciences, and humanities, and we'll be addressing those topics in that order. If this is your first distance education class, I know it can be a little bit intimidating at first, but please stick with it, and if you have questions about how anything works, please contact me as soon as possible. I really don't want you to struggle and not ask questions and then get behind, so please don't hesitate to contact me. So I hope by this point you've looked at the orientation materials and completed those activities. If you haven't, please do that before completing any other work for the course. It's very important that you complete the orientation activities first, and especially that quiz is the first work that you complete for the course after you've had a chance to peruse the course site. On most weeks you'll have an instructor's video from me. You'll have readings. There will be some kind of a writing assignment that you are either completing that week or working on for the following week, in some cases both. There will be a discussion board post. Sometimes you'll be required to respond to your classmates' post. I have a checkpoint assignment every week, which is kind of a forced check-in for you to let me know how things are going and if there are any questions that you might have or anything that's concerning you in the course. And I'll address your questions in my response to your checkpoint, and sometimes those questions will be addressed in the video the following week. That said, if you have questions about something more immediate, please email me and don't just wait for the checkpoint. It's good to check in as problems come up, but I know sometimes you don't really think about those things until you're forced to really think about them, maybe because your instructor is grading you on whether you'll think about them. If there aren't any problems in the course, feel free to just let me know in the checkpoint that everything's going okay for you. You'll also have weekly quizzes. Aside from the orientation quiz and the final exam, you do get to have multiple tries at the quizzes. Now, you still need to do your reading because you're not going to be able to just get the answers and then go retake the quiz. So make sure you complete the readings and that you've looked over the assignments for that week and checked out the instructor's video, and then take your quiz. It's also important that whenever you receive a graded assignment from me that you check the feedback. In your essays, I'll be giving you feedback via the comments feature in Microsoft Word. So please familiarize yourself with that. Whenever you submit your work, don't just think you're done and walk away and never look at it again. Revision's a very important part of writing, and your final portfolio actually will require you to resubmit your graded assignments along with your revised versions. So make sure you hang on to that work and make sure you look at that feedback. If you have the same problems over and over in assignments, that is going to adversely impact your grade. So make sure that you actually put some effort into revising. So those are some of the main points that I wanted to touch on in this video. If you have any questions about the course, about the content, about how to do something in Blackboard, make sure that you've looked over the materials on the syllabus and in the orientation, and then feel free to contact me if you haven't found your answers. There will probably be some things added to the course as we move along. Sometimes I find an interesting article or something that can be helpful for you. So do pay attention to the announcements section and to those individual folders for each week. I do have the course organized in a week-by-week format so that you can access the materials pretty simply from the assignments and information section. I also want to encourage you to use all of the resources that are available for you. As a distance student, you have access to the school's online writing lab. You can get tutoring even in a distance format. That said, if you're close to campus or maybe you are taking some classes on campus, do feel free to use the Writing Center in person. Also, if you need to see me in person, I am available on campus during posted office hours and other times as well. So if you need to see me, feel free to make an appointment. And there are some other resources that are available to you online. I have those in the resources section, and the library's distance education resources are linked under the library button on our course site. So that's just a little brief information to help you get started with the course. I may check back in with another video later in your first week, depending on how many questions come up over the course of the week. Otherwise, I plan to have a video posted for you at the start of our next week. Our weeks in this semester run Thursday to Wednesday because the orientation deadline happens to be on a Wednesday, so I've worked around that to keep everything going with Wednesday deadlines. You will have 2 weeks where your deadlines are different. There is a week where you'll have a Tuesday deadline and a week where you'll have a Thursday deadline, just to give you, to make sure that I can get your feedback to you in time. So pay attention to the course calendar. That comes up around the midterm point, and it's in big bold letters on the site, and I'll be addressing it again before then too. So best of luck to you in the course. I'm really excited about this semester. This is going to be fun, looking at some different kinds of writing. And I encourage you to contact me, and I hope everything goes great for you. Thanks for watching and listening, and I'll be back with another video for you next week.